Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Blood Bowl 2. Now, when we left off, we had just defeated the Skaven team in our regional group here, and now we have been pitted against the human team. But before we do anything, we want to head into our team management here. As we can see, we have a bunch of very handsome Orcs here, and we will now head into the team roster and level up one of our blitzers, who fortunately enough has the ability to do just that. We are going to be rolling the dice to see which upgrades are available to him. It seems we are not lucky enough to get any agility rolls here, but I don't think we really need to worry about that too much because we already have block, which is absolutely amazing. So, in other words, I can go for something a little more fun, like for example, we could go for Mighty Blow, which adds 1 to any armor or injury roll made by a player with this skill when an opponent is knocked down during a block. Or we could go for this, which is actually to get a huge amount of injuries on the enemy team, or at least I have heard that it is very good. The player may use the skill after he has made a block if he's standing adjacent to the victim and the victim was knocked down. You may re-roll the armor roll or injury roll for the victim. The piling on player is placed prone in his own square. Do not make an armor roll for him. Piling on does not cause a turnover unless the piling on player is carrying the ball. So, in other words, what happens is you get knocked down. Your own player gets knocked down, but no damage is taken, as far as I am aware. But you do get the opportunity to absolutely destroy the opponent. So there is that. Thick Skull is basically to prevent yourself from being killed that easily. Break Tackle is actually very good as well. It does enable you to basically dodge out of anything as far as I'm aware. Guard is very good too. A player with this skill assists an offensive or defensive block even if he is in another player's tackle zone. So that's very cool. And, oh wow, this player may choose to throw blocks against 2 adjacent opponents. Make each block in turn as normal except that each defender's strength is increased by 2. Oh wow, that's actually pretty hardcore right there. I think I might actually go for Mighty Blow. I'd love these blitzers to do massive damage, but I could also give them sure hands and things like strip ball perhaps as well, so we could get the ball from, let's say, a skink of a lizard man team, because they are exceptionally hard to pin down. Not entirely sure about that, but we're going to go for Mighty Blow because, in my opinion, from the previous version of Blood Bowl, I just loved Mighty Blow on my mummies from the undead team. So hopefully we can get some additional strength on one of these blitzers at some point as well, and hopefully at that point he will just turn into an absolute monster. So, we are now ready. As we can see here, Grallop also has only 1 point until he levels up. Everyone else really didn't do too much. The blitzers and one of the Black Orcs did most of the work by the looks of things. So, let us now start the match. Unfortunately, we did only get 40,000 gold coins from our winnings in the last one, so we were unable to afford an apothecary. So this is going to be a little difficult, but we are getting some petty cash because the humans are better than us. So let's just see what's going to happen and start the match. Okay, so we have 50,000 petty cash, which is actually pretty nice. I might buy not a mercenary, even though a mercenary would be pretty amusing. As you can see, you can get some star players here, but a wandering apothecary is actually 100,000. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a lot cheaper than that, but as you can see, you can buy a bunch of different things here, and I do not have enough to buy any of these, really. Yeah. This star player is 290,000. Well, he's going to be very good, isn't he? Well, we're not going to be doing any of those things because we just have absolutely no money. And we were only 10,000 off getting a Wandering Apothecary, but it is only for that one match. So, really not worth it in my opinion. We will hopefully be able to afford an Apothecary after this particular battle, because of course we are going to be fighting the humans, and hopefully even if we lose, we're going to be fighting them and hopefully gaining a lot of points to level up our units, of course. And there's the human team. And there is, of course, our Orcs. They're going to absolutely destroy these humans, hopefully. And they will eat them for breakfast. Maybe not literally, but we will see. They might. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Well, I think considering they're humans, they might have a little bit of a lower armor value than, let's say, I don't know, High Elves. High Elves actually have a pretty good armor value. Okay, we're going to kick the ball. We're going to go in defense this time. They will not pass, or trap them. Not entirely sure which one is going to be best. I think they will not pass is actually a better one. We could set up our own custom defenses, and we probably will do that at some point, but right now, not entirely sure if we need to. I think we could probably put one of our blitzers there. And we could put another blitzer over here as well. I think that's actually pretty good. That's a nice setup in my opinion, as you can see. The front line is very, very powerful. We do have one lineman in the middle there as well. I feel sorry for him. Hopefully he's not going to have any difficulties. Let's save that as defensive setup 1. And confirm that setup. As you can see, I've also changed the camera view to Blood Bowl 1's camera. And we'll see how well that goes. Now we are going to be kicking the ball. Let's just kick it in the center. Why not? Okay, now let's see how well he kicks. Changing the weather to a nice weather. Okay, so that's going to scatter the ball randomly once it lands. And we will now be hoping that Whatbum does not die this time, or at least does not get injured. So I'm going to try and keep him away from the ball, or at least keep him away from anyone that is willing to punch him in the face. And instead we are going to hopefully pick up the ball. And wow, that guy was able to pick it up that easily, and he has no skills. Okay, that was very lucky. That was very lucky of them. Okay, so he's going to try and stumble one of our blitzers there. Okay, so they have blitzers as well. Do bear that in mind. So they have exactly the same skills. And basically exactly the same, apart from 1 armor value and 1 movement allowance being changed and swapped around a little there. And now they are going to be attempting to push some of our Black Orcs back as well. So they are actually quite strong on the left side here, as you can see, but not so strong on the right side. So I'm going to assume that this guy is going to... Oh, no. Wow, that was an injury? Really? He was able to injure us, and he has a... Wow, he has a smashed hip. Okay, well, that's one of our blitzers down. We have no apothecary, so we will not be able to help him there. And that was a blitzer with... Fend. Okay. That is actually rather curious how he was able to do that to a blitzer with 9 armor value. Wow, very lucky roll, I gotta say. That is quite disappointing, to say the least, because now we have 1 less blitzer and 1 less unit on the battlefield. So, yes, it's amusing how I'm calling it a battlefield. So, let's see here. What are we going to do? Well, I actually want to destroy this lineman right here, but I think we'll probably have to kill this blitzer, or at least try our very best to kill this blitzer. So I'm actually going to attempt... Let's get this guy over here. I'm actually going to attempt to kill this guy if I can. So a Black Orc with 4 strength surely is able to do some good damage to this guy. Yes, very nice. Defender down. He has got Fend, which is really quite unfortunate, because now he is able to move away from us and we're not able to follow him. So that's always a problem. What about this? We're only able to roll 1 dice blocks against many of these units, which is quite a shame. Okay, as well as this being quite the shame as well. So let's just follow that. Gonna try and make some space here. We do want to make sure that we can maybe blitz one of these guys. They are all in a very good formation, as you can see. They're all contributing to the defense. Now, we're not having very much luck with our attacks either, by the looks of things. So let's move this guy over here. And we're going to be blitzing with this guy, I feel. I think the left side needs a little bit of reinforcement. Now, this is a 1 dice. We're going to have to re-roll that, unfortunately enough. Yeah. Okay, well, we're able to at least take out 1, because the blitzer has block, of course. And we are now going to be ending our turn, thank you. So, let's see what they do. They're most likely going to go to the left, because they have many more units over there. So, I'm hopeful that we'll just be able to knock these guys down next turn, and then start moving our orcs over to the left side. That sounds like a good idea. Yes, as you can see, he's going over to the left there. They're going to try and protect him with all of their might. And not entirely sure why I'm saying might, considering they're humans, but yes, humans. I'm not exactly a huge fan of the human team, I gotta say, but yes, I don't know, really. Humans in a Warhammer universe, well, it's okay, I suppose, but Why would you not want to play Orcs, or Skaven, or Lizardmen, or something along those lines? But nevertheless, they are actually okay. They're a jack-of-all-trades team. They're not particularly specific in anything, but yes, there's double block right there as well. Thank you very much. And now let's just see here. Oh, thank you very much. Maybe they're gonna... he's gonna be pushed back. And that's actually very good for him, because now one of the Black Orcs can actually get in on the action. Now there's a stumble. A little unfortunate about that. Please do not injure yet another one of our blitzers. That was incredibly unlucky in my opinion. Okay. So this guy's actually going to get up and blitz immediately, I think. Is he going to get up and blitz immediately? I'm not too sure. Let's see what we can do here first. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're going to be attacking these guys first. I think going that way is good. And we need to try and get very close to the opponent's ball carrier. So if we can go over this way, that would be great. And there's attacker down once again. We're using our rerolls like candy. That is not a good idea. I should not have taken that one dice block, but at least both Orcs are now in contact with the ball carrier, and it's a lineman. So what is the lineman going to do? He has no dodge, he has no block. So let's hope that we are able to do some good damage to him. So I'm actually going to blitz this blitzer, because we need to eliminate some of their blitzers, if we can actually do that. I was hoping with Mighty Blow that Sninail would actually be able to do something, but apparently not right now, at least. Okay, so we're going to be pushing him over there. Wow, we are really unlucky with our injury rolls right now. And let's see. Okay, let's just take our aggression out on this guy. Okay, that's not going to work too much, is it? We can probably follow that guy as well, so then we can use this lineman for another hit. Ah, that's a one dice block. And that's an attacker down, of course. Well, we have generally used all of our units to attack already, so I don't think we really need to worry too much about that turnover. It's not like it happened at the beginning of the turn, but let's just see how it goes. Oh, attacker down, thank you. He's going to re-roll that. And then it went to a stumble, unfortunately enough. Now, if they injure... Okay. I was really hoping that he would not injure that. So he is stunned. He actually was able to stun a Black Orc. Okay. That is unheard of. Can you imagine one of these humans going toe-to-toe with a Black Orc on the fields of battle? Well, I can imagine that that would turn out to be a very nice human smoothie, or milkshake, or however you wish to say it. But goodness me, that is quite impressive, to say the least. They only have 3 strength, these guys, and they're able to inflict so many injuries on us already. The dice is not being very kind to us right now. Not at all, and I have a feeling that we are probably going to have some difficulties here. It's gone downhill ever since the beginning, because, of course, we did have that injury immediately, which is really quite a shame. Okay, so what can we do? Well, one of our Black Orcs is completely out for the count, so let's just see if we can actually get in there. So what are we going to do? Well, we can't really roll any blocks against these guys. So what can we do? Well, I suppose we can move the goblin in there, but he only has 2 strength. He's not going to be able to really help that easily. So what can we do? Well, I suppose we can roll some blocks against this guy. He has dodge, so I'm not going to be able to hit him with stumble, which is really quite unfortunate. And that's... Whoa, no, we're not going to be doing that. Thank you. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, I suppose the only thing we can do is blitz this guy and try to weaken the cage that they are currently using. Oh, I was hoping for a little bit more there. Ah, not good. Okay, there's another stumble. It's against a thrower. Hopefully the thrower does not have dodge. It doesn't have dodge. And it only has an armor value of 8, but yet is able to sustain. Okay, yeah, we're just going to be pushing there. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we have a blitzer all by himself against these two. Not going to happen. What about this guy? Well, I suppose we could move the goblin in here to assist with the strength roll. There we are. And there we have it. Okay, come on. Now, he's using Fend, of course, but I'm going to push him next to the goblin so he can't at least move that easily. And we are now going to see what happens. But, yeah, we really needed this Black Orc not to get stunned. that would have made a huge difference, and I wouldn't be surprised if we actually end up having a great deal of difficulty against this team. This team right now is causing us severe difficulties, so let's just see here. Oh my goodness, a defender down as well? Okay. Well, I can only hope that we are able to get there. Yeah, basically they're going to score in the next turn. If I am not able to get over there in the next turn, then it is basically their game to lose. So let's just see. What is he? Wow, he's actually going to try to eliminate our goblin. Of course he is. That was a bit of a waste of a blitz in my opinion, but nevertheless, we're going to be moving one of our orcs over here, one of our blitzers. Ah, they're trying to really take him out, aren't they? Okay, please no injuries. I'm not entirely sure why they were able to so easily get an injury immediately, but there it is. That is the dice for you. That is definitely the dice. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, so we have the worst rolls ever. Okay, I'm never going to be able to get this, am I? I don't believe I am. I have to literally roll a go for it, and then roll a 1 dice block against a lineman with a 67% chance to dodge. That is the only way I will be able to do this. So let's do it. Okay, so he's going to be tripped immediately. We still have a reroll, do bear that in mind, but if he trips again, then it is going to be a score for the humans. And there it is. Wow, 67%. We had a 67% chance for that to actually not happen. So there he goes. He's going to be scoring. That is really quite the shame, isn't it? Wow, that was very, very quick indeed. I gotta say, that was extremely quick. And I'm actually a little bit worried about that. We do have 1 injured still, of course, as well. No apothecary really hurt us. Maybe I should have re-rolled my winnings from the previous game, but I don't think we had any re-rolls, so it would have been futile, perhaps. So let's just see what we actually have here. I think this setup I like quite a bit, so we're going to go for that. Okay, so let's see if we can actually score in the next, what is it? The next 3 turns, I think? The next 3 turns? That is going to be almost impossible, I feel. But we'll try our very best, won't we? We will try our best. So let's see here. Okay, we're going to try and take as many of these guys down as we can. And, wow, okay. I don't even know. These humans are just literally not taking any damage whatsoever. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but I suppose we are just being incredibly unlucky with our rolls right now. I mean, what can I do about that? Not much. It is the dice that is forsaking us right now. Yes, it is. Very much so. Okay, wait a minute. Is that... Yes, that's the guy with Mighty Blow. So I'm going to try and take this guy out. Okay, that's good. We've got a stumble. Wow, even with Mighty Blow, still not able to get any injuries. Okay, I am extremely impressed by the human team so far. That is quite worrying. Quite worrying, to say the least. Oh, there we go. And there we have it. Okay, thank you. The first of many, I hope. We have a KO on the enemy side. Now, this guy actually does have an apothecary, as far as I am aware, so he is going to be able to restore some of his units to their former glory, if he so desires. And I think we're actually going to be moving a blitzer over here. Now, the goblin is going to be moving over. Now, we definitely want to get a blitzer to mark that guy over there, and we'll hopefully get this lineman to mark that one over there as well. Yes, we can. Just about. And then we're going to be sending our goblin, with no rerolls, to pick up the ball. Now, let's cross our fingers. And no, of course he would drop it. Wow, the dice is not happy. The dice is not happy in this particular game. I suppose it's making up a little bit for how easily we were able to destroy the Skaven, perhaps? Maybe that is it. But nevertheless, oh my. Nevertheless, I have a feeling that our lineman Tradar is going to have a very bad day very soon. He is being surrounded by 3 humans. This is not good. Okay, so unfortunately Whatbum did not roll 3+. Haha, I suppose... Yeah, he rolled a 1. That is absolutely insane. No idea how he was able to just roll a 1. Now, please no injuries. And, of course, there is an injury. Okay, everything is going wrong in this one. Oh, yes. Okay, well, that guy's gone KO'd. Hopefully in the next half he will restore himself. This guy is now being blitzed. Please get a both down. Yes. Please get a both. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so that's unlucky. That is unlucky, but he is not being taken down too much. But that guy is freeing... Wow, is that the thrower? That is the thrower that literally took us down right there. Okay, very, very amusing. Goodness me. Okay, well, what we're going to do... This guy has 8 armor value. Do they have any with 7 armor value? I actually don't think so. Nope, they don't appear to have any 7 armor values. So we are just going to continue bashing them then. Ah, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I need this. Oh, still no injuries. Wow. Very impressive, I have to admit. Okay, so let's continue going with this. There we are. Come on, at least get a little bit of player points here. Maybe? Maybe you want to be a little nice there? One of these orcs? Come on. Hit them where it hurts. That's what we need. Okay, maybe we could take out that blitzer. Nope, apparently not. Okay, we're going to try a 1 dice and get a push. Well, at least they're staying together a little bit now. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to move this lineman over here. Yes, I know. This is not a good idea, but hopefully Whatbum will now be able to pick up the ball. That would be wonderful. So let's move this guy over here. I know I should be creating a cage, but we really have no turns to do that. We have no time to actually take our time, basically, to actually pick up the ball and make our way up the field with it that slowly. So, wow, he actually failed to pick it up again. He only needs to roll a 3+, so 3 or more, and he rolled a 2. Okay, so if it's going up, then hopefully that will work. But yes, do bear in mind the reason I placed this lineman here is so that these 3 guys will all be marked, and they have to eliminate him before they are able to move. But it is now turn 7, and oh, never mind. They don't have to eliminate him because, of course, they are able to pick up the ball. Oh, never mind. 50% chance to pick up might actually fail. Yep, he failed twice. That is excellent. That is actually very, very good. I like that a lot. But now the problem is Whatbum is by himself, and he's going to have to oh my goodness. Okay, we are just going to try to deal as much damage as we can to these guys. Yes. Okay, come on, injury. Yes, thank you. There we go. Aha. Thank you very much. Okay, so he has broken ribs unless the apothecary changes that in some way. But obviously, our blitzer is going to lose 1 movement allowance, which is really quite a shame. They do need to move relatively far distances most of the time. Okay, let's move that guy over there. Now, please, another injury. No, it seems not. Not just yet. Maybe soon? Yes. Defender down. That looks good to me. Another injury. Yes, here we go. The dice is now in our favor. Maybe. Oh no. Why did I just say that? Now Jinx is upon us, perhaps. Okay, come on. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, well, that's done. That is seriously done. Yes, there we go. And he KO'd himself. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Yes, of course he did. Of course he did. Wow, a 2 dice block, and I get both down and attacker down. Well, I suppose the dice could not last forever, and that is exactly the reason why I should have taken my time. Now, this guy's going to score, isn't he? Yes, he is. That was a vast, vast misplay on my part. But we are getting a good amount of, well, star player points, I suppose, which is relatively good. We have eliminated 2 of the humans. We might be able to score at least 1. 2 of our orcs have now just gotten up again from being knocked down. So I do very much like that, of course, but yes, let's just see what we can do here. We are just going to go absolutely crazy on these guys now. Okay, so what I should have done right there was taken the ball with Whatbam, or at least tried. Wow, he actually dropped it. Oh, my goodness, really? Okay, so Whatbam definitely needs to get sure hands as soon as he can, because really, dropping the ball twice, not a very good thing to do, that's for sure. So this guy's got fend, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll injure him. No, that's a stun. That's a little unfortunate, but nevertheless, a stun is better than nothing. And we are just going to continue eliminating these guys as much as we can. And we'll be moving this guy back here, and hopefully dealing some damage to this one. Nope, not just yet. Okay, defender down, thank you very much. Yes. Now, I was hoping for an injury there, but no such luck. Okay, well, we're getting them into a sort of containment here. Not really too good, but good enough, I think. And now maybe we can actually... No, still no 2 dice blocks there. I am actually going to blitz this guy, however. Am I? No, it's really a blitzer. There's no point in that, I feel. Instead, we're going to blitz one of these guys in here. Yes. There we go. Okay, still no luck there, but we are going to now be moving this guy over here. We're going to try to double up on the opponents on the left and right side. Wait a minute, why am I even bothering? We are on turn 8. And he dropped it again. He seriously dropped it again. I cannot believe it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Whatbam is getting fired. No, he's not going to get fired just yet, but really, the main reason why we had major difficulties is because of the fact that we had Whatbam drop the ball twice when we went to pick it up, and he had a 67% chance. Literally, a 67% chance, and yet he was unable to keep hold of it. Both times, mind you, both times he was unable to keep hold of it. So, yeah, that is quite unfortunate, suffice it to say. Okay, so we are going to be moving over there in just a second, but obviously we do need to start off by rolling some blocks here. Ah, very nice. Yes, again, I was hoping for an injury there. Okay, a push. Push is not so bad, as long as we can get into contact with many of them and actually support the units on the inner side here. We should be okay, but really, it is... Yes? Aha, thank you very much. A nice KO right there. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Very, very good. Okay, so now we need to attack this guy. There we have it, yes. Okay, still no luck there. We are going to blitz this guy with a lineman. Not entirely sure why I did that with a lineman, but I suppose it is better than nothing just to get that guy in the center there, because we want to be able to mark them and then move this guy over in this direction. There we have it. Okay, so I'm actually thinking, should I just pick up the ball with a blitzer? Because the goblin has been letting us down rather considerably. Should I? I'm not entirely sure whether I should put my faith in Whatbam any further, because really, he is quite the slippery-handed fellow. Yes. So, let's... yeah, okay, let's do it. 67% chance? Come on. He can't fail every time. He really failed again. Okay, I'm going to re-roll that. And he got it! Okay, thank you. He actually got it this time. Who would have thought it? Okay, so... what does this guy actually have? He has Stunty, of course, Dodge, and Right Stuff. This player can be thrown by a teammate. Okay. Yes, of course, because we have no trolls right now, but you can actually throw goblins if you have a troll on your team. But if you roll badly, then the troll will eat the goblin. So, yes, that's probably the reason why I didn't go for a troll, in this team at least. Maybe we will see how a troll goes if we are able to actually get a little bit of cash by winning this. Of course. Okay, so let's see here. Let's roll some blocks here. I'm going to hope for some injuries, but it's not looking good so far, I gotta say. It is not looking good at all. Okay, he's using Fend once again. Of course he is. But we do want to mark that guy, so let's hopefully get our lineman in there. Ah, no such luck. Wow, it's not going well. Okay, how about this? Okay, so that is not going to work. Okay, that's a double block. Thankfully enough, we both have blitzers over here, so I'm just going to try to take him out. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Please an injury? Nope, it is stun. It's going to be a stun, but that's actually okay, because now what we can do is we can make our way very quickly over to where the two blitzers are. Oh no, that's a going for it. Oh no. He did it. He actually rolled 2 going for it and did not die. Well, that is actually an amazing feat right there, because we know what bum, he is really not very good. Oh no. Okay, so instead of a blitz with this Black Orc, what we're going to do is just place him right here, because we want to protect the ball carrier as much as we can. And instead, we're just going to roll some blocks against this guy. Yeah, that's not going to work. So instead, we're just going to push him over here. And now there is another blitzer here, so if we get her both down, then that's not going to do much, is it? But at least we will be able to push him over to the edge of the field. That's exactly what we want to see. And now, we're going to be placing this Black Orc over here and blitzing this guy. We have no other actions to take, so we may as well use the blitz. And now, let's deal some damage to the catcher. Thank you very much. A good KO. There we are. Come on, bringing out the KOs. Oh yes, there we go. That's exactly what we want to see. As the Orcs, of course, we want to see some faces getting smashed, do we not? Yes, we do. Okay, so let's see what's actually going to go on here. Now, this guy is absolutely not marked, but he is going to... Oh, wow, he's actually going to help his comrade over there, because he's a little bit worried about being pushed into the crowd. Well, I would be as well, but thankfully enough, he's only gotten push blocks, so we should, in theory, be okay to push him back once again. Wow, he didn't choose to do anything else? That is actually quite amusing, I gotta say. That is very amusing. So let's just see here. We're gonna move our goblin all the way over there. Go on, Whatbum. You can do this. You can do this. And I'm actually gonna move a blitzer over there just to keep him in a good place. Now this Black Orc is going to mark this blitzer here, just in case he gets up. And this blitzer is going to be heading over here and dealing some damage after we have cleared the field a little bit. There we are. Yes. Okay, we might actually be able to score at least 1, maybe 2, if we're able to score fast. So on this turn, if we score, we should be able to, in all theory, get some good damage. And maybe get another one. That would be wonderful. Oh my goodness, we have our first kill. We have our first kill, everyone. Oh yes, look at that. He is permanently removed from the team unless he uses an apothecary. He might, but I wouldn't want to be him, that's for sure. I wouldn't want to be him right now, that's for sure. Goodness me. Okay, so let's push this guy over here. Do we have our blitz still? I think we still have our blitz. Well, you know what I'm going to do with that. Oh, am I going to do that? I don't actually know. Should I just head over here instead? Yep, let's push this catcher. Oh yeah, goodbye. He's going into the crowd. Thank you very much. Okay, so he was unable to sustain an injury from that particular action, but thankfully enough, we did take him off the pitch, which is great. So now let's just push this guy back. Oh, nice. Another KO. Okay, we might actually see a draw here, everyone. This is going to be a very tense match. We might actually be able to see some impressive feats of Blood Bowl. Ah, yes. I'm not even that good, really, but nevertheless, let us take out this guy. Come on. He's got fend, but it's okay. Okay, we've just taken him down. That's fine. So, end turn. Next turn, we are going to be scoring, and that will leave us 4 turns to score again. So we're going to need to attack the ball. Oh no, he's going to push one of our orcs off, isn't he? Yes, he is. Okay, well that's a lineman. I don't suppose the lineman's going to have too many difficulties over there. Hopefully he won't be killed. No kills, please. No kills, okay, that's fine. He was just pushed off then, that's okay. And now they're going to roll against the blitzer as well. That's fine. We already pushed one of them off, so no problem there. And I am actually now going to score immediately, I think. No, I don't actually need to score immediately. I could just move over here and actually deal some significant damage. Ah, only armor value 8, but yet is able to sustain himself. Unfortunate, but we can at least try to take out this guy. No? Not just yet. Wow, okay. That is impressive. So, yeah, I think what we're going to be doing is blitzing this. No, we're not going to be blitzing that. That's one dice block. I really don't want to chance that. So, in other words, Whatbum is going to be scoring. There we have it. Whatbum has scored for the Orcish Brawlers. Thank you very much. That is now 2-1. We have eliminated... Wow, they are all still knocked out. That is absolutely amazing for us. That is very good. Now, just watch this, okay? Now, just watch. How many units do they have on the battlefield? They have 5 in total, out of a possible 11. So this is going to be quite amusing. They have to put everyone on the front line by the looks of things as well. So this is going to be quite painful for them, I do believe. So I'm actually going to try to get the ball as close to their touchdown line as I can. High kick. Well, any of the brawlers who's not in a tackle zone may be moved into the square. Oh, okay, so he's going to try and move that guy and going to try and catch it. But hopefully it will not go into the touchdown line, because otherwise I think they will probably give him a touchback. Maybe? No, they're not going to give him a touchback. Wow, okay, that's pretty cool then. He is going to be picking it up, however. Yes, okay, that's not bad at all, though. That is seriously not bad. Whoa, he actually dodged out of that. That is lucky for him. So, we are going to get Srinail over there as quickly as we can, because he has Mighty Blow, and we want to kill this guy, because he has our ball. Yes, that is our ball. And we are going to be very quickly doing that, because we have 3 turns. Well, technically 4 turns, actually. And so, let's use our Black Orc. Okay, come on. I want some injuries here. I want some injuries. Are you going to give me an injury? Nope, I think that's a stun. Well, he is able to very easily survive by the looks of things. Well, a stun is better than nothing. And I'm going to re-roll this. Okay, still no good, but we are going to be pushing him into our friends over here, which is exactly what we want to see. And we're going to be dealing some insane not insane damage, apparently. Oh, yes. Okay, so we're just going to push this guy over here. Now, this is a lineman. Okay, so we're going to go into the tackle zone of that guy with one of our linemen here. Now, this guy is probably going to make his way down here, isn't he? So if we make a move around here already with this Black Orc, and we're actually going to feign that we're going around with Whatbum over in this direction. We're going to feign going around that way so that he actually thinks, oh, you know what, I'm going to run down this way. That seems like a good plan. Yes, it does seem like a good plan. You must do that. Sounds like a good plan to me, at least, because we want to kill him very, very fast indeed. So let's get Srinail over there as well. A little bit unfortunate that he wasn't able to run there first, but nevertheless, his movement allowance is pretty good. He's actually able to get pretty close. So we're going to try for a blitz there as well. But first, this guy is going to get pushed off. Or not. Oh, yes, we're going to push him. There we go. And we're going to stay. Oh, yes, and he actually got injured. Okay, so now the problem with actually pushing players into the crowd is that you don't actually get any special player points for it. So, yes, unfortunately enough, that is the case. But he is now out of the match, which is just absolutely exceptional. So that's very, very good. And now we only have to deal with 4 humans. We will be able to tie this up, in my opinion. We will be able to tie it up. So let's just see what happens now. He is actually going to commit to his tactic of going down the left side here. That is a big mistake, I feel. A big mistake. He should have gone where Whatbum is, because even though Srinail is there, I think it's probably a better idea just to follow through. Most likely. So let's just see what we can do with inflicting some damage on this catcher here. He does have dodge, unfortunately, so we will just follow him instead. And then deal some damage with the lineman, maybe? Yes, there we go. That's what we like to see. Okay, so now, let's deal some damage with a Black Orc. Yeah, with a Black Orc, I think. No, maybe not. Okay, so I think I might be making a mistake here slightly. Yeah, that was a slight mistake on my part, but nevertheless, I think it's still fine. We're going to be moving this Black Orc over here just to mark this guy as well, because this guy is their highest level player as far as I'm aware, and he is going to be pretty difficult to deal with, I think. So we're going to be moving... no. Going to be moving here. And we're going to be rolling 2 dice against this guy. That's unfortunate. And we're going to be staying. And then we're going to be using Srenail to blitz this guy to oblivion. Let's do it. Come on. Yes. Defender down. That's exactly what we like to see. Now pick up the ball, please. Nope, it ran the wrong... wow, it bounced the wrong way. That is... wow, that's... wow, okay, that is the worst possible place for it to be. I am insanely surprised about that. Well, am I? Am I really? Because the dice has basically been messing with us the entire match, so probably not. But we are within great control of this right now. Because if they are able to actually pick up the ball, like that exactly, they were not able to pick up the ball, and now it's gone off, and it's going to go over to Watbum's location. Okay, so it appears as though they're actually being a little bit kinder to us right now, at least. So let's get Srenail to deal some damage versus this blitzer right here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's exactly what we want to see right there. Still unfortunate that Mighty Blow has not kicked in at any point, but... what can you do, I suppose? Now let's take out the thrower, if we can. Gonna be following him. There we go. Let's deal a 3 dice block. Oh, okay. Still not as good as I had hoped. Okay, now let's do this. Come on, Grallop. You got to do this. 3 dice block. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, still with a 3 dice block and all of those strength modifiers? Wow, that is pretty impressive how he was able to survive that. But nevertheless, let's try. We have a reroll. And he actually picked it up. He's actually paying off now. That is wonderful. So, seeing as we need to move this way, there we go. Okay, so this guy is probably going to want to stand over here, I'd say. And I think that's actually going to be good. Oh, yeah. So, now we want to get over here as well. And there we have it. Okay, so that is a draw, I do believe. We are within a very good turning point here. And hopefully, if this guy is not able to dodge out of a million tackle zones, we should be fine. I hope. I think so, because they've just used their blitz, so it's really not going to happen anytime soon. We don't even need to use a reroll, so we are in a very, very powerful position indeed. And hopefully, I can get a couple more player points. So I'm actually going to attack this guy, and let's see whether we actually have the luck on our side a little bit here. I'm going to say no. Yes. That is actually quite unfortunate. Okay, let's try with Srenail. Yeah, okay, come on. Let's do this Mighty Blow. No? Wow, still no injuries from Mighty Blow. That is very disappointing, suffice it to say. Okay, so there's a Black Orc, and there is a Blitzer, and the Black Orc is going to be winning this, oh yes? A little bit. No injuries. Okay, so we'll try with this last thrower right here, and then we'll be scoring. Okay, wow. Human team remarkably resilient by the looks of things. So there it is. There is a score for the Orcish Brawlers, and Watbum has now advanced in level as well. And we will be getting sure hands, because goodness knows Watbum really has the most slippery hands I've ever seen. And so now 2 of them are getting back up from being knocked out. That's fine. And we will now just be, well, hoping to deal as much damage as we can, basically. We're trying to get as many injuries as possible. Obviously, we were already trying to do that, but right now what we're trying to do is just get player points in the last turn. That sounds like a good plan to me, at least. And that will then be it. So, yes, Renail is probably going to be blitzing one of these guys at the front line here. I think that was probably going to be a good idea, at least. Let's see whether that is actually going to be possible anyway, because they are actually constructing a cage on turn 16. It's probably not a good idea. Yeah, they are actually constructing a cage. That's not going to make any difference, because as you see, there it is, the end of the match. And we actually did not get a turn, unfortunately enough. We did not get an extra turn, but there it is. We have now gained some additional experience, and we gained, wow, winnings, 30,000, really? We only had 30,000 winnings? That is really quite bad, but nevertheless, it is a tie, so that's not too bad, I suppose. And who is... Oh, wow, we're actually going against a Skaven team? Another Skaven team? Wow, that is actually quite impressive. So, as we can see here, our team value has gone down to 950, mainly because we have someone that is injured right now. Have they? Yes, this guy is injured, unfortunately enough, so we are going to be playing without one unit as far as I'm aware, but they'll probably substitute someone for us, which will be quite good. Now, a Black Hawk has advanced in level, and we are going to be rolling the dice. Okay, so unfortunately not able to get anything really that good, but we are going to get block, because that is just a very safe option for us to take, and a Black Hawk with block is going to be absolutely insane to deal with, so I think that's going to be good. And now Wadbum, of course, he has advanced in level as well, and we will be leveling him up too. Now let's hope for some good rolls right here. Okay, so we're able to basically choose only from agility. Ah, that is unfortunate. That is really quite unfortunate. I was hoping that we would be able to get something a little better than that, but let's just see here. Okay, diving tackle. Player with the leap skill is allowed to jump to any empty square within 2 squares for 2 squares of movement. Oh. Move the player to any empty square and then make an agility roll. Okay, so sprint, what does that do? A little bit faster. The player stands up for free without paying the free squares of movement. Oh, wow. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I think sidestep is actually really good, though. I think I would probably like to take sidestep, to be honest, so let's just take that. I was hoping for sure hands, but unfortunately we did not roll a double. If we'd rolled a double, then that would have made a huge difference, but he is going to be extremely hard to pin down now, thanks to sidestep. So, yes, without further ado, we could purchase an additional lineman for 50,000, and I think we may want to do that. I'm not entirely sure yet, though. So, without further ado, I will be ending this episode off here, and next time on Blood Bowl, it is going to be the Skaven. And so, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.